Hi, I'm Stuart Nottingham. I'm a chartered physiotherapist and based in the UK. I'd like to talk to you today about upper limb pain in office workers and how the use of tools such as the Contour Unimouse and good principles of working practice can help resolve these pain issues or indeed stop them happening in the first place. The problem with the traditional mouse is that the hand is held in a pronated position, that's palm down. Over a period of time, the tension of having to hold the arm and the hand in this pronated position builds up and accumulates till it starts presenting in pain patterns, which can be from the fingertips right up into the neck in some cases. Combine this with the idea that the arm is held away from the body, which has a similar effect, and it's not a surprise that many people over a course of a lifetime of office work start developing neck and shoulder pain. The first idea is to describe a zone of work. You want to have your work tools, your keyboard and your mouse, as close to your body as possible. So picture the bone on the inside of your elbow, and this wants to be as near into contact with your ribs at all times when you're working. If your arm is drifting away and the mouse is moving across the table, you're going to be putting a lot more stress through the arm, and that's going to create a vulnerability for pain. So zone of work is always bringing the tools to you, not leaning forward to go to the tools. The second element we need to talk about is gripping and the way that you hold the mouse. The Contour Unimouse has many features which allow you to use it optimally to reduce your pain. The first feature is the fact that the Unimouse is adjustable to allow you to find your optimum position of away from pronation that is most comfortable for you. In the same way, the thumb plate is based on a universal joint and allows you to move it to find that position of optimum comfort. Finally, the click is a long mechanism which allows the whole of the finger to click in a very relaxed manner rather than just using the fingertip, as is the case in a standard mouse. Another element to help us reduce pain in the upper limb when working in the office desk is to use the chair correctly. What inevitably happens when you don't sit with your back against the chair, which is very common, is the keyboard and the mouse drift over towards the back of the desk and we end up slouching. Now this puts a lot of stress onto the upper limb. You can see why my shoulder is moving forward. If you now sit back into the chair and relax into the chair, you can move the keyboard and the mouse towards your body and allow your body to relax whilst you're working and allow the vertical mouse to have its natural handshake position. Another element we need to look at to reduce the symptoms of pain whilst you're working is micro braking. There is now very strong scientific evidence to suggest that we need to be moving away from the desk and letting go of the tools for 1 or 2 minutes every hour. You can do this by simply rocking back on the chair and reading from the screen or contemplating your next task. You can also use the Unimouse in a manner where you can vary the degree of pronation and vary the position of the thumb to further aid release of tension in your daily work. To conclude, by using best practice examples that I've just given you and by adopting the use of a vertical mouse, most upper limb pains can be relieved. I highly recommend the Contour Unimouse as the mouse of choice, as it is highly flexible in its degrees of pronation that you can achieve and in thumb position, so you will be able to find your ultimate position of ease. If you have pain, I do suggest that you see your general practitioner or your physiotherapist to discuss with them whether you have serious pathology. However, most upper limb disorders are not serious, and by doing good, simple ergonomic adjustments in your working practice and using ergonomic equipment can often resolve the issues.